up, guys? It's time to talk about Thor Ragnarok. So Thor Ragnarok is the 17th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and is directed by Taika Waititi and stars Chris Hemsworth as Thor and is a sequel to the original film and Thor the Dark World. Now, before we continue, I feel it's important for me to say that I haven't read the Marvel comics, but I do watch a lot of the films. I have seen most of them. I think there's about 4 that I still need to see. So a lot of my perspective will be mostly as a film goer. If you're looking for a comparison to the actual comics, I'm sorry, I won't be able to help you there. Alright, with that out of the way, let's talk about this film a little bit. So this film is set 2 years after the Battle of Sokovia in the Avengers Age of Ultron film, and Thor has been searching for the Infinity Stones. We still don't know a lot about the Infinity Stones, and unfortunately this film didn't really tell us too much either. So while searching for them, he ends up being captured by the demon Surtur. So right away, this film sets the tone for what we're gonna see, which is a big action Marvel spectacle with a lot of comedy and doesn't take itself too seriously and has a lot of fun. So after things transition here, Thor realizes that his brother is posing as his father, Odin, so he sets out to find Loki on their hometown of Asgard. Things get settled, they head back to Earth to try to find out where their father actually is. And that's where this film really kind of starts. We learn what happened to Odin, and in the midst of all this, their older sister comes out of nowhere and tries to destroy and take over Asgard. So the majority of the film actually takes place on the planet Sakaar, which is filled with a lot of garbage and wormholes and all sorts of stuff. And that's where we really start to see where things are going and how Thor and Loki are planning to get back to Asgard and hopefully save it before Hela, their sister, takes over. Yes, and she is hella strong. Of course, we have all the returning characters. Loki is played, of course, by Tom Hiddleston, and with the newcomer Hela played by Cate Blanchett. And I'll say right now, all the acting in this film is fantastic. The delivery of the comedy is excellent. There are some moments here where you're really gonna burst out with laughter, and it is just a really, really fun film. And of course, this is Marvel, so there's definitely gonna be a lot of action. The film is about 2 hours and 10 minutes, which I think is perfect for a Marvel film. Some of the longer ones that are about 2.5, but this one is right where it needs to be. We get a couple surprises from a lot of those favorites out there, like the Hulk. We get a character that we've seen recently in Doctor Strange. And we get a couple characters we've never seen before, like Scrapper 142, played by Tessa Thompson. And then we get these 2 cool looking guys, this guy that basically looks like a rock named Korg, and then this Meek. Now I would say the true strength of this film is that compared to other Marvel films that I've seen, it is really, really just fun and full of energy and all sorts of stuff. They've got a really great soundtrack that sort of has this sort of 70s, 80s techno feel to it that just blends in really well for some reason. It's really colorful. There's a lot of great imagery here and a lot of great style. I will say it's definitely the funniest film, and I feel like Marvel, they know who their audience is and they know what they've come to expect, and they know exactly how to deliver an entertaining film that's going to benefit everyone who wants to see it. There's also a lot of fun references to previous films and character interactions that weren't quite cleared up, or you know, little things you might wonder, like what if Loki all of a sudden saw Hulk and what would he say about seeing him again? So you'll notice these things throughout the film. There's a lot of fun Easter eggs if you've caught up and seen a lot of the previous films. This film is really well done, and if you're someone like me who was really behind in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for a while, been playing catch up for a long time, I would say for the most part there isn't a whole lot you need to know going into this one. Like if you really aren't a fan of superhero movies or you just haven't seen that much but you just felt like watching this one, I'd say go for it. I don't think you're gonna miss out too much. It might even intrigue you to be like, oh, that's interesting, I wonder what that's all about. So this is a spoiler-free review, you guys. I don't want to give out too much more than what I've said. I have a feeling many of you are going to go see this movie since, you know, Marvel pretty much is the king of the box office for now and whoever knows how long into the future. The last thing I'll add is that we get a lot of nice surprise performances too from this huge ensemble cast. We got great performance from Idris Elba, of course Anthony Hopkins as Odin, and even a very, very surprising but very, very fun performance by Jeff Goldblum. Oh, and of course Carl Urban also did a great job as Scourge. I would say I wanted a little bit more of Hela in this film. I understand where her background was coming from, but I just felt like she wasn't quite in it as much as she could have been. Overall, this is a very fun film that I think plenty of you are going to enjoy, and I definitely recommend seeing it in theaters as soon as you can. Thor Ragnarok strikes down the competition with infectious energy and a rule-breaking attitude, standing out as one of Marvel's best, and that's why this film is a diligent pick. So what did you guys think of Thor Ragnarok? How does it compare to the rest of the films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Do you feel like they did a good job adapting it from the comic books? Let me know your thoughts below. My name is Dylan, and if you love entertainment, subscribe to my channel while this video ends, and send me a thumbs up before you go. Thanks for watching, and stay diligent.